Hi friends! I am super excited that you've joined us for our Winter Reading Kickoff and for our last story time of the fall semester. It has been an interesting semester and I'm so happy that you guys have stuck it out with us. I am reading today two books, one called The Tomten and one called The Tomten and the Fox. Both are by Astrid Lindgren. The Tomten is a little creature that some people believe lives in cold climates like Sweden or Iceland, very far up north in Europe. And the Tomten helps out around the house. He can do little tasks around the house. He also can speak to the animals in the house and the children, but he can't speak to the adults because he speaks a very special Tomten language that only kids and animals can understand. We're going to read these two books, and I'm super excited about them. They're some of my favorites, and I hope you enjoy them too. Let's get started. The Tomten by Astrid Lindgren. It is the dead of night. The old farm lies fast asleep, and everyone inside the house is sleeping too. The farm is deep in the middle of the forest. Once upon a time, someone came here, cut down trees, built a homestead, and farmed the land. No one knows who. The stars are shining in the sky tonight, and the snow lies white all around. The frost is cruel. On such a night, people creep into their small houses, wrap themselves up, and bank the fire on the hearth. Here is a lonely old farm where everyone is sleeping. All but one. The Tomten is awake. He lives in a corner of the hayloft and comes out at night when human beings are asleep. He is an old Tomten who has seen the snow of many hundreds of winters. No one knows when he came to the farm. No one has ever seen him, but they know he is here. Sometimes when they wake up, they see the prints of his feet in the snow, but no one has seen the Tomten. On small, silent feet, the Tomten moves about in the moonlight. He peeps into cowshed and stable, storehouse and toolshed. He goes between the buildings, making tracks in the snow. The Tomten goes first to the cowshed. The cows are dreaming that summer is here, and they are grazing in the fields. The Tomten talks to them in Tomten language, a silent little language the cows can understand. Winters come and winters go, summers come and summers go. Soon you can graze in the fields. The moon is shining into the stable. There stands Dobbin, thinking. Perhaps he remembers a clover field where he trotted around last summer. The Tomten talks to him in Tomten language, a silent little language a horse can understand. Winters come and winters go, summers come and summers go. Soon you will be in your clover field. Now all the sheep and lambs are sleeping soundly, but they bleat softly when the Tomten peeps in at the door. He talks to them in Tomten language, a silent little language the sheep can understand. All my sheep, all my lambs, the night is cold, but your wool is warm, and you have aspen leaves to eat. Then on small silent feet the Tomten goes to the chicken house, and the chickens cluck contentedly when he comes. He talks to them in Tomten language, a silent little language chickens can understand. Lay me an egg, my jolly chickens, and I will give you corn to eat. dog kennel roof is white with snow, and inside is Caro. Every night he waits for the moment when the Tomten will come. The Tomten is his friend, and he talks to Caro in Tomten language, a silent little language a dog can understand. "Caro, my friend, is it cold tonight? Are you cold in your kennel? I'll fetch more straw, and then you can sleep." The house where the people live is silent. They are sleeping through the winter night without knowing that the Tomten is there. Winters come and winters go. I have seen people large and small, but never have they seen me, thinks the Tomten. He tiptoes across to the children's cot and stands looking for a long time. If they would only wake up, then I could talk to them in Tomten language, a silent little language children can understand. But children sleep at night, and away goes the Tomten on his little feet. In the morning, the children see his tracks, a line of tiny footprints in the snow. Then the Tomten goes back to his cozy little corner in the hayloft. There in the hay, the cat is waiting for him, for she wants milk. The Tomten talks to the cat in Tomten language, a silent little language a cat can understand. "Of course you may stay with me, and of course I will give you milk," says the Tomten. Winter is long and dark and cold, and sometimes the Tomten dreams of summer. Winters come and winters go, summers come and summers go. Soon the swallows will be here, thinks the Tomten. But the snow still lies in deep drifts around the old farm in the forest. The stars shine in the sky. It is biting cold. On such a night, people creep into their small houses and bank the fire on the hearth. Here is a lonely old farm where everyone is fast asleep. All but one. Winters come and summers go. Year follows year. But as long as people live at the old farm in the forest, every night the Tomten will trip around between the houses on his small, silent feet. The Tomten and the Fox by Astrid Lindgren. The fox lives in the middle of the forest. When evening comes, he leaves his den. Where can a hungry fox find something to eat? He knows. Creep silently, Reynard. Creep silently to the farm where people live. But how light it is! The snow is so white and the stars so bright. Creep carefully, Reynard. Creep so that no one can see you. Who will see him? There is a light in the window and there are people inside the house, but no one will look out to see a hungry fox coming through the snow. But someone can see you, Reynard, the Tomten who watches the farm at night. Children are playing in the cottage. Soon they will be going to bed. They don't know about the fox and the Tomten out in the snow. The fox sneaks around to the cowshed. There must be something for a hungry fox to eat. Creep silently, Reynard, so that no one will hear you. Now everything is quiet. The cows are fast asleep. What do cows care about a fox? But the cowshed mice are awake. Come on, Reynard, catch us if you can. We have a hole in the floor. Ask the cat, she'll tell you. Come on, come on, come on, Reynard. Come and catch us if you can.
Who cares for mice? There are other things which taste better. Look out, hens, for Reynard is coming. The fox is here! Oh, help, help, help! Then steps are heard outside. The hens hear them, and the fox hears them. Who is coming through the snow? Only an old, old Tomten who guards the farm at night. Were you frightened, Reynard? Have you seen the Tomten before, going his rounds from building to building? An old Tomten knows that a fox can be hungry. You know that no one is allowed to steal our hens, don't you, Reynard? Hens, says Reynard. Who thought of stealing hens? Didn't you stick your hungry nose through that hole? As long as I am on guard, every hen can sit safely on her perch. But an old Tomten knows that a fox can be hungry. Here you are, eat this porridge. Every night the children fill the Tomten's bowl with porridge. They've never seen him, but they know he is there. It's good, isn't it? Eat, Reynard. You can share my porridge every night if you like, but don't touch our hens. We'll see, says the fox, but thank you anyway. Satisfied and happy, Reynard goes through the forest back to his den. It is a night for foxes and Tomtens. People are fast asleep in their beds, but the morning star has already risen above the edge of the forest.
Next, we're going to make a Tomten of our very own. If you haven't picked up your craft packet to make one of these, there are plenty of them at Jonesboro and Gray. Just call, come pick up at curbside like normal, and we'll be happy to get one to you. If not, you just need a few materials, and they'll be listed in the craft portion of the video. I am excited about making this. I think they're really cute. They can sit on your shelf. You can make multiples of them if you have craft supplies at home. And let's get started.
Okay, so you will need a piece of paper, 2 pieces of felt in different colors, and some scissors, a little wooden bead, and some tape and some yarn. So once you have all of that, you will need to fold your paper, and it helps if it's cardstock or construction paper, something thicker, into a cone. So you just roll it up in the middle, and it'll look something like this. And you'll need to trim it so that it will sit nicely on a table, just so it's balanced. Just trim off the big part. So once you have your cone where you'd like it, you can secure it with a glue dot. I used glue dots. You can use glue, tape, whatever works, whatever makes the most sense. If you want to use a hot glue gun with your parents, that would work as well. Just make sure that you're being safe when you do it. So once your cone is secure, you're going to want to take your yarn and you're going to want to secure it to the front of your cone. So you want the flat part, the part where there isn't a seam, to be the front of your Tomten. So you're going to take some glue dots or some glue, whatever you want to use, and you're just going to leave enough to where we can secure his beard on there. Now, it doesn't matter if the yarn is a little bit longer than your Tomten. We're going to trim it in a minute. So just focus on getting the yarn where you want it. I did some around the edges, and it doesn't matter if it looks messy at the top because we're also going to cover it up. So I did some around the edges, going in different directions, and then some at the bottom part where a beard would usually hang, so it makes it look fuller, like the Tomten's big beard that's almost bigger than him. So once you've got all of your yarn secure where you want it, you can mess around with it and place it wherever you'd like. Put another glue dot or some glue on top of your yarn. That's what we're going to secure your nose to. Now I have these half beads, and if you picked up a kit from Jonesboro, you also have these half beads, but you can also use the regular round wooden beads. It really doesn't matter. The half beads are just easier to secure on. So I trimmed off his beard a little bit, took out some of the spots that were about to fall out, and then you're going to take one color of your felt and you're going to cut it in half. Then you're going to wrap it around the bottom part of your Tomten underneath his beard. Half of it will cover half of your cone, and then half of it will cover the other half. And you basically just want to mess around with it until it suits like where you want it to be. So until it fits the right spot. So you just want to follow the edge of your cone and make sure that the white part at the bottom is all covered. So you might have to play around with it, but then once you've got it where you want it, you just secure it with another glue dot and do the same with the other piece of felt. Now they'll overlap because your cone isn't big enough for them to go around only once, so there'll be some overlap, but that's okay. It doesn't really matter. It's going to look the same anyway because your beard is going to cover it up. So secure your other piece, get it where you want it. And like I said, it might take some work to get it exactly where you want it, but this is your Tomten, so it can be however you like. And then secure it with another glue dot. So once you've got that all done, you're going to trim off the edges so that your Tomten sits nicely. Just like we did with the paper cone, we're going to do with the felt. So lay your beard the way you want, and then take your scissors and trim along the edge. So you trim off the felt and the bottom part of the beard, just so he sits nicely on your shelf or your table or wherever you want to put him. So now that you've got the bottom part done, and I had to add another glue dot to secure it because I had put it too far back. Once you've got this bottom part done, you're going to work on his hat. Now you could leave him like this, but he looks really cute with the hat. So you're going to take one side of this little square and you're going to cut it into a rounded shape. So it's going to be pointy on 3 sides and round on 1. And then you're going to test it out on your Tomten and check to make sure it fits and it's where you want it to be. I overlapped it a little bit with his nose just so it looked like the hat was a little bit too big for him because I thought that was cute, but you can put it wherever you want. And you're going to make sure you know the size, and then you're just going to roll it up the same way that you did the cone. And secure it with glue dots. And what's nice about the glue dots is they definitely will come off if you realize that you did it in the wrong size and you need to do it again. So just roll up your cone into a hat shape and place some glue dots around the top of the cone so that your hat will stay secure. Then just slide the hat on. You can shape it. The felt will move with you if you want to shape it a little bit. And there you have your Tomten.
Friends, thank you for being here for our Winter Reading Kickoff and our last story time of the semester. I am super excited that we are able to start our Winter Reading Challenge, and you'll find all of the information about it on Beanstack. So you can go to wclibrarytn.beanstack.org or download the Beanstack app and register under Washington County Public Library. More information about the badges you can earn and the prizes you can earn will be in that app. And we're challenging you to read 20 minutes a day for the next month. So from today until January 18th, we're challenging you to read 20 minutes a day. I am really excited to get this challenge started, and I can't wait to read with all of you guys.